Would my friends and family understand me? Well, I had a friend of mine who really didn't understand why I spend so much time, why I'm so devoted in helping to spread the truth about Falun Dafa. And he's Jewish. And I said to him, if you were back in 1936 and 1937 and you knew Hitler was murdering your people, would you not want to do something to help? Would you just turn away and run for your own safety, or would you want to try to help? Would you want to try all you could to help those people? I said the same thing is happening today. You know, these people in China, they represent virtue, they represent what's good in society. For 2 years they've been persecuted viciously, and for 2 years they've done nothing but peaceful appeals and have touched the hearts of millions of people around the world. So I don't know if people will understand why I go, but I think a lot of people will. Well, I would like to say I would hope that they would understand that standing up for what I believe in is the most important thing in life. And I bring their strength with me wherever I go. You know, it's because of them, it's because of my family. I am a big part of who I am. And the life I've lived was very full, and I have no regrets whatsoever. And if I could do it all again, I'd do it exactly the same way. And I thank my dad for being who he is.
I also want to say that I deeply care about and love my family and friends. And they don't see me a lot, and they may not know that. I often think about them, and sometimes see them, and oftentimes want to see them more, but I feel that my want is not always the most important thing, and that what is happening right now in the world is something bigger than myself, and if I can help more people be involved with it, that's more important than what I may want. So I try to put most, if not all of my time into helping people better understand Falun Gong, because it's a special time in history and people need to know that. It's quite simply a very special time and people need to know that. So it's not that I don't care. It's that I feel I have to do this. And if I wasn't doing this, I feel that I wouldn't be a good brother, I wouldn't be a good friend, and I wouldn't be a good cousin or son. I wouldn't be a good person if I wasn't taking responsibility for what I feel in my heart.
I have no fear, you know. For some reason I have no fear. I think I have to do this. It's in my heart that I have to go and I have to help spread the truth as much as I can. And if the consequences are imprisonment or torture, then, you know, so be it. But I can't turn away. You know, how can I turn away when I know that innocent children and women and men are being murdered for the same thing that I practice here, for the same thing that my mom practices here? I can't turn my back.
I don't believe it's dangerous, and I don't feel I'm risking my life at all. Everything I'm doing is within international law. It's even under Chinese law, it is okay. People say that it's risky because I'm going to support Falun Gong and Chinese government is persecuting Falun Gong. Well, unfortunately, it's taken me a very long time to make this decision to go, but fortunately the practitioners in China have done a great deal of truth clarification, and many people know Falun Gong is good. It is not against the government, it is not against any law, and I will not be breaking any laws when I go there, so I should have nothing to fear, and I don't have anything to fear. As much as I know what I'm doing is right, is noble, and is within the law, I did, for a moment, to be realistic and responsible, think of what would happen under those kind of circumstances. And I have to give you a little bit of history first. Before I practiced Falun Gong, I was going to leave and go to some mountain because I couldn't get over drugs or my selfish nature, which basically hurt other people a lot, and smoking and various problems I gathered in my youth. I couldn't get over, and I felt that society had failed me. So I was going to leave and, get rid of my ID, never see my family, my friends again before, just vanish, and go live in a mountain and practice martial arts or something. And that's when I found Falun Gong. So not only in my heart or in a spiritual sense, but even in the most material, most basic sense, my life would not be here with you or with my friends or with my family if it wasn't for Falun Gong. I have my life right now because of Falun Gong. So when it's being attacked, you're attacking me. And how could I not give everything that I can to help support Falun Gong and help people know how good it is? When something has helped to cure the incurable illnesses and invigorate the elderly and guide the youthful, when this something is spread over the entire world at an unprecedented speed and asking nothing from you and only giving to you good things, society and people have to reevaluate themselves and have to reevaluate things and take a second look, take a step back. And when this something is being persecuted, we have to look at that as well. And when this something is able to face this persecution with peaceful means and overcome it, we should in our hearts respect it. So I ask the people outside of China if they could close their eyes for a minute and stand with me on Tiananmen Square in their hearts just for a moment to tell people in China that Falun Gong is good and to cherish truthfulness, compassion, and tolerance. That's what I hope they would do.
That's beautiful.
I think for the people around the world, I've been so happy to see that so many people support Falun Dafa, and they've come out by the thousands to sign petitions and to show their heart. It's really it's beautiful to see that people can see the goodness just instinctively. And the message that I would want to say to people around the world is take every opportunity that you can to stand up for what is right, to stand up for goodness and virtue and justice in our world. Because that's what life is about. Life is about truthfulness, compassion, tolerance. Life is about being as good as you possibly can be and raising your spirit up back to where it came from,